Also breaking today, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche announcing the release of millions more files related to Jeffrey Epstein. Our justice correspondent David Spunt is reporting on this in Washington. Hi, David.
Hi, Aisha. You're not exaggerating when you say millions. More than 3 million pages are now being posted to the Justice Department website. This includes more than 2,000 videos and 180,000 images.
Welcome to End the Feed, where we try to keep up with everything in the world so you can stop scrolling and look up at real life. I am Mark, I'm a Jean Record. Please like and subscribe, follow me on X, YouTube, and Rumble. And without further ado, let's dive right into the feed. So, as I've been going down the rabbit hole of these Epstein files, a lot of people are talking about what if he's still alive. I don't know if you saw the last video. I did a little bit of a story on this. This is the guard. This is a post of the guard that was actually working at the prison, saying that he saw him get wheeled off in a wheelchair, cuffed to a wheelchair, and he was put into a van that didn't sign in. They didn't have any record of him, of the plate number. And a guy in a green military outfit was in the back of the van. So, already thinking, could it even be possible that he could still be alive? Well, I kind of looked into it a little bit, and this is what I found. So, just so you kind of know where his island is, here's the U.S., and then there's Puerto Rico. There's the Virgin Islands right next to it. And then as you get closer, you see here Great St. James. And then a lot in the files state LSJ. So this is Little St. James, and this is the mansion here. So kind of cool is a YouTuber actually made it out there, and he snuck onto the island. Let's take a look and see. Let's see what he found.
Ski like Tom Cruise, I had made it to Epstein Island, Little James.
Dude, we made it! You can see the temple! I don't know who's there, what security measures they're taking. There's probably government watching, and there might be personal security on the island.
And as I got closer to the island, it was clear I wasn't alone.
Okay, we have made it to the island. Look at that sign. Private property, no trespassing. And there is Epstein Island, Little James. There's a boat on the island right now. The question is, who could it be and why? There's literally someone right there on the island. Okay, we have more people. Look, it's a whole operation out here. Look at this. A golf cart, people that work here. We have a dog. Who is this man? Okay, we have another person, bigger woman and her dog. Probably security or maintenance, but hired by who? A new owner? The government? I'm not sure.
And it turns out Epstein's Island is for sale by Epstein's estate for over $125 million. But why is there still so much security on the island if he's dead? And what are the owners of Epstein's Island still hiding?
Are they headed in my direction? This is a little bit eerie. We have a giant woman, and now they are leaving. We're gonna have to beach somewhere else. We're gonna have to do this quick. We need to get in and out, or we're gonna get shot, I'm convinced. Boss is gonna whip out the drone, see how many people are on the island itself. I've already seen 4 people launch the drone. Go, my child, find the truth, inspect the area.
Now, while at first it seems like a normal island a billionaire might abandon, once the drone flies in a little closer, you begin to notice these carts driving across the island. But who are they and what are they protecting? And then, once the drone started getting closer to the temple, this weird white building on the highest point of the island where people believe it was used for evil satanic rituals, our drone began to experience unexplainable signal interference.
All right, signal interference. We lost it, so we've lost the drone. They've interfered with the drone. We don't have control.
Now,
I'll stop it there, but I'll leave the link down below so you can watch the rest of the video on your own. But look at this. I found video of the drone. It may be another drone, but look what it captures. There's those ATVs and the carts that Tyler Oliveira was talking about. He's the YouTuber that snuck onto the island. And then look at that white-haired man right there. Who does that look like? That's a little sus. And this was video footage just days after his supposed. So I don't know if this is it could be AI generated, and you can't really believe anything nowadays. But these are all just you know, this is all just data that we have to kind of do our own research and conclude to our best decision whether to believe or not. So we don't really know who that man is, but it sure does look like somebody. Look at that big old honker. So bam. I don't know. So that's something though. So I mean, he did. Could it even be possible? We don't know. And then of course the tomb. The tomb was recently painted with this strange pattern on it. So kind of crazy. But let's take a look and see. I also found this in the files. This is a official document, government document from Manhattan U.S. Attorney. And it's just pretty much stating the death of the defendant. And then look, earlier this morning, Manhattan Correctional Center. So it's pretty much stating the facts of what happened that day. But check this out. As he's writing this earlier this morning, look at the date. It was written on August 9th, 2019. Which doesn't add up. Because look at his death certificate. The day of his death was August 10th, 2019. So how could this have been written and known of all these details the day before? So now, could the government have been in on it? Could they have set it up? And I also did in my previous video that there could have been a swap, you know, like a double. And then would that mean that the man that they found wasn't really Jeffrey Epstein? Could have been the double. And he's, you know, out there living, you know, in secret. So how, and then you think, how would that even be possible? We don't know if this is true or if this is AI generated. Could be, or it could be him. But there's this man that looks very similar to Jeffrey Epstein in Israel. And as I connected the dots, how is he going to live in another country and not be able to be tracked down, you know, bank accounts and all that? So what I did also find in the Epstein files was that he did a lot of transactions in Bitcoin very early on. So he could have been an investor. Some people say that he is Satoshi. Some people just say that he just used it because, as we know, Bitcoin, it doesn't need an intermediary. So you don't need a bank, a custodian. You custody your own wealth. So if he was a very rich man, and he was, I saw another video on this, he was very financially intelligent, Jeffrey Epstein. So he would have known that Bitcoin is, for the most part, untraceable. So if he was living in another country today, he would probably have everything in crypto because it only traces it to a wallet address, not technically to a name, an individual. This is kind of interesting. He had some not so kind words to say about Michael Saylor. As we know, he's the CEO of Strategy, also known as MicroStrategy. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, Bitcoin advocates, Bitcoin maxis out there. Saylor is a complete creep. He has no personality, sort of like a zombie on a drug. That's crazy. And then this as well.
If you knew who was really behind Bitcoin, you would run as fast as you could to sell it. I know. 100%. If you knew who owned Bitcoin or who started Bitcoin, you had Bitcoin, you couldn't sleep at night. I know. 100%. And when the real founder of Bitcoin comes out, it is my humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me, Bitcoin will go to zero.
I don't know if I believe it, but it's definitely another technology. It's software, but to now kind of see that it's a possibility, I don't know how to take it, because it still has, you know, a function. It still has a usage. There's just a lot of mixed emotions here. But anyways, moving on. There's one also file that I found with some very interesting information about our last president. Check this out. It says Biden is not your current president. The mask malfunctions on Biden are getting worse each day on purpose. Look at this. So I kind of looked into it to see what does it mean by is not your current president. And when I kind of searched that a little bit, this is what I found. Look at this, saying that this could be a double. And the mask malfunctions, as the Epstein files were saying, look at that. Right there. Did you see that on his ear? That wasn't his ear. See? That's a mask. So that's crazy. So is this really Biden? Is this the real Biden? It says here that it's another swap. And as I see here, there's some discrepancies on his image, on his, you know, facial character. Look at this. This one was another one. Look how tall he is in this video. He was never that tall. Look at that. There were a few occasions where an unusually tall Joe Biden made appearances that led people to speculate it was a body double. It's crazy. Doesn't look like him. Let's see if we can see the difference here.
And it's a pleasure to be with you. First of all, thank you for doing this, and looking forward to this, Mr. President. Thank you, Jim. The American people have a right to have a say in who the Supreme Court nominee is. If you need any more proof positive of how bad the economic theories have been, this excessive deregulation, the failure to oversee what was going on, letting Wall Street run wild, I don't think you needed any more evidence than what you've seen now. So I don't think you needed any more evidence than what you've seen now. I don't think you needed any more evidence than what you've seen.
It's like they're saying the bad part out loud, which all Democrats do. if you just really listen to what they're saying, they pretty much give away their plot every single time. Their intentions are they put them out in the open. It's so easy to read them. But this is just some of the crazy stuff that I came across. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them on the comments down below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Farewell.